All right, guys. So last week in the great state of North Carolina, my state, right? My home state where I film all these videos, North Carolina Highway Patrol has taken things to a whole nother level. They took delivery of 25, that's right, 25 seventh generation 2024 Ford Mustang GTs, all of which are equipped with 5.0 V8 Coyote engines, almost said Hemi. What makes these Mustangs special is each and every last one of them has the GT Performance Package, a $5,300 option. And I know you're curious, what's the GT Performance Package? Bigger Brembo brakes, heavy-duty front springs, torsion differential, strut bar brace, bigger rear sway bar, front K brace, which adds chassis rigidity for those high-speed hairpin turns, and other performance add-ons that they won't disclose to the public. They won't even tell us the top speed of these Mustangs. And you wonder why I don't have any videos in my state of high-speed chases. I don't think anybody can beat this, man, unless you're in a Cat or a Red Eye or Demon or something of that sort. It may be over for the 392s, man. You tell me. Let's talk about it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Knockout 360 here with another video, man. So you can tell I'm at a house that makes this a house vlog. You know how it's going down when I come around. Let's get into it, man. I got car content, car shows, car reviews, car meets, and police chases, man. So if you're into that, make sure that you're sticking around because you're in the right place. For everyone else, hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so that you know what's coming out and when it's coming out. So I'm not even going to waste your time, man. Let's get into this lunacy going on in my state, man. Carolina Highway Patrol adds dozens of Ford Mustang GTs to patrol car fleet. They're saying right now it's 155 mile per hour cop car, although some of the performance add-ons have not been released to the public, and they're not going to, obviously. So when you look at that and you see 155 miles per hour, you obviously know that Scats 392s, we get up to 180. You know what I'm saying? If this is in fact true, that's the only way you're getting away from them, is you're going to have to live at about 170 to 180 range, right? That's the only way you're getting away. And even then, I don't know if, they're going to be close enough to see you. With that in mind, the North Carolina Highway Patrol announced last year, and we talked about this in the previous video, that they would be replacing the aging Dodge Chargers. Man, that hurts my heart to hear that. The aging Dodge Chargers in their fleet. Some of the aging Dodge Chargers. So I'm assuming we'll still see some 5.7s. They will be replacing them with Ford Mustangs. We had a big hurricane that pretty much wiped out all of the mountain area for the most part, man. Shout out to those guys. They're getting, things together slowly but surely, man. They just opened I-40, if I'm not mistaken, recently, which is between North Carolina and Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? But after Hurricane Helene, the department had to slow things down because we had so many issues up there. The department is just now adding 25 Ford Mustang GTs to highway duty. Not to be outdone by the South Carolina Highway Patrol, because they, last June, also added a fleet of Ford Mustangs as well. Ford hasn't offered a factory-ready police package Mustang since 1993, but that hasn't stopped some agencies from special ordering certain Mustangs, Challengers, Camaros, so on and so forth, and adding them to police duty. But now Ford has a specific Mustang specifically for police duty. All right, so let me give you the specs here. North Carolina Mustangs are GTs, which is the 5.0 liter Coyote V8, 486 horsepower, which, it's a little bit more than the Scats right there. They're lighter and technically they're faster and they got more horsepower on paper. Mated with the 10-speed automatic transmission, which adds $1,500 option or whatever the case may be. Let's look at the specs here. 2024 Ford Mustang starts at $42,860. That's a pretty good price, I'd say, because I remember paying for my Scat. I think I paid $47. Yeah, out the door, I paid $47 for my wide body. So $42,000 is what they start at. We're guessing that the North Carolina cars have the GT Performance Package. Of course they do, which is a $5,300 option, which includes Brembo brakes, right? Heavy-duty front springs, torsion differential, strut bar, a strut tower brace, that never comes standard with Dodge. You always have to do that after the fact. Bigger rear sway bar and a front K brace, which adds rigidity to the chassis. So that's for those high-speed hairpin turns, right? The stuff that our cars hate, right? The stuff that Mopars hate, that you can't do in a 5,000-pound sedan, right? Adds chassis rigidity. With a couple more performance add-ons that they're not disclosing to the public, the Ford Mustang would price out at about $49,260, which is basically $50,000. right? So the North Carolina Highway Patrol bought 25 Ford Mustangs at $50,000 a pop. That's about $1.25 million. I'm sure that was in the budget, though. I'm sure they got that laying around, so I'm not even worried about that. And should be good up to 155 miles per hour. Of course, they got a discount because, you get the fleet discount or whatever the case may be. I don't believe that 155. I'm going to be real with you. And the reason being is because, if I'm not mistaken, Ford Mustangs, let's see, 2024 Ford Mustang GT top speed. Okay, well, I take that back. I stand corrected. They do have a top speed of 155. So maybe that is the standard there, 155 miles per hour. I thought that they were pushing like 170, 180. So on the dash, it probably says 160. And, you'll be lucky to hit 155 at the highest or whatever the case may be. So technically, if you own a Scat Pack and you're running from North Carolina Highway Patrol, like I said in the beginning, you're going to have to live in that 170 to 180 range, assuming that your Scat, you got enough road to get it up to 170, 180. But let's see, more than a dozen new S650 generation Mustang Cruisers, complete with the black and gray State Trooper livery. Is that livery or livery? I watch Formula F1 and they always use that word. Yeah, livery, which is a term that they use in Formula One as well. If you're familiar with Formula One, they just had their debut for all of the Formula One cars and Formula One teams a week before last. And they used the term livery. The shift away from the previous Dodge Charger patrol vehicles comes as the statewide law enforcement agency aims to modernize its fleet, which makes perfect sense. Those Chargers are heavy. They're outdated as fuck. 5.7 liter, let's keep it real. That's a heavy platform, all-wheel drive. But you were only getting up to, let's look at the Pursuit. Yeah, available in the 5.7 liter Hemi, heavy-duty four-wheel disc brakes, 8-speed automatic, so you're going from 8-speed to 10-speed. It did come with an all-wheel drive option there, 370 horsepower, so there you go, boom. You're going from 370 to 486 in a lighter body, lighter platform. I mean, it's a win-win. Like that's a no-brainer right there. So you're lighter, you're faster. You obviously don't have the ability to throw the perp in the back seat, so you're gonna have to call a Tahoe or a Durango. That'd be crazy, right? You're in a Mustang, you got to call a Durango to come get the perp. So I don't know how they handle that, or maybe they just throw them in. I've seen in some cases where they'll throw the perp in the passenger seat, but me personally, that's a little close for comfort if I'm a trooper. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, 25 coming to North Carolina. They're already in South Carolina. Let's see what South Carolina's talking about. Yep, South Carolina did it earlier this year, or earlier last year, I'm sorry. They already added their Mustangs to the fleet. Here's what they look like. They're silver with the blue stripes on the side, which is customary for South Carolina, Highway Patrol cars. It looks good, not even gonna cap. It really does look good. But South Carolina did it first, so quite naturally, North Carolina's going to follow in their footsteps. Without a doubt, North Carolina's look better. I mean, that black and gray scheme right there, livery, that black and gray look right there, that design is hard, man. It's hard. Obviously, I don't want to get pulled over or have to deal with one. But I like this look right here. This is taking it back to the old school Mustangs that they had back in the day. If you're familiar, we did have Mustangs back in the day in North Carolina, and they did have this look. This was, I think they had the Fox body. Back in the day, the Fox Body 5.0 that they used for highway patrol duty. But yeah, man, 25, they're replacing the old aging, that hurt my heart, the aging Dodge Chargers, which makes perfect sense. So this is what the Dodge Chargers look like. It was literally flipped. So with the Mustang, they've got, I guess it's gray on black, whereas now it's black. Well, the old the old 5.7 liters was black on gray, whereas now it's gray on black. And I like the Mustangs without a doubt. So if you live in North Carolina, you can expect to see 2024 5.0 liter Coyote V8s with 486 horsepower and the GT Performance package, which they only going to release with so much information when it comes to that. Couple more performance add-ons here that they're obviously not telling us. And I guess it does have a top speed of 155. Like that's what it tops out at. So like I said, if you're in the Scat and you can get up to 160, 170, 180, you can live there. But then again, like what highway are you on where you're hitting 180? You know what I mean? How many police chases have we seen where somebody hit 180? Very few, if any. So yeah, they're going to be using the Ford Explorer SUVs, the F-150 pickup trucks, And that's in some agencies. I've seen Dodge Durangos in Mooresville, like Mooresville police. Obviously, we're not talking about highway patrol, but I know Mooresville police. Is it Mooresville or Lake Norman? I think it's Mooresville. Huntersville, no, take that back. Huntersville PD, they use Dodge Durangos for sure. They use Chargers for sure. I don't think the Chargers are 5.7 liters. I could be mistaken. But so that's what it is, man. 25 of these fast ass Mustangs are coming to North Carolina. Oh, and they're just stunting on them right now. They're just doing photo shoots. You can't lie. That's clean. That's a clean look. I'm not even capping. And I'm not sure if they're going to black out the tint. They more than likely will, because that's what they do with the Chargers in this state. And if they black out the tint with this state, oh my God, that's a hard look. I'm not even mad at that. I'd be mad if I got pulled over by it, but just seeing it on the computer, I'm not mad at that. That's a clean look. Oh, they're having fun with this. They're just posing and all that stuff, having a great time. You got the guys right here, Highway Patrol. These are the guys that's going to be pulling you over and yanking you out your damn car. I'm not going to lie. This looks clean. It's going to be tight. I couldn't imagine being a trooper with all the gear and the hat and the big ass 15-inch Dell laptop that you got there in the passenger seat. It's going to be tight, you know, much tighter than the Dodge Charger, but this looks clean. I really do like the new Mustangs. Like I said, I don't want to deal with them at all in any way, in any capacity. You know what I'm saying? You can do your job, just leave me alone. But I do like this look. This looks clean. I'm glad this is coming to North Carolina, because truth be told, those 5.7 liter Hemis, they're getting old. They are aging. They're getting old. I can only imagine how many miles and the idle time that they have on those 5.7 liter Hemis. So they're definitely getting old. Out with the old and in with the new. Obviously, Dodge, or obviously North Carolina is not going to be investing in the damn electric Charger, even though I saw something about that, but I don't think that's a reality. That's not a serious reality for a lot of departments, unless it's like out west or in Texas or something like that. But in the South, no way. But yeah, guys, so 155 miles per hour, V8 performance upgrades. It's all over their Instagram. 486 horsepower, 415 pound-feet of torque. Yeah, it's all over their Instagram. They're loving this. Let's go to their Instagram right here. No, I'm not logging in. Look at it right there. We'd like to officially welcome to the SHP fleet the 2024 Ford Mustang. 25 of these marked vehicles will be making their debut in the coming months on interstates across North Carolina. History and traditions are an important part of our patrol family, and the use of Mustangs have their beginnings on the SHP in 80s and the 90s. Oh, it's all over their Instagram. Yeah, they're loving this. They're loving this. This looks good. I'm not even fronting. I like it, man. I really do like it. So yeah, these were the old Chargers where, like I said, it was black on gray, and now it's gray on black with the Mustangs. Like, you can't tell me that that's not a clean look. Definitely clean. I don't want to cross paths with none of these guys. I hope they do their thing. Just leave me alone. If you see me doing 120, 130, just assume that I'm on official business. You know what I mean? I got somewhere to be. Don't bother me, you know? I'm not reckless. I just got somewhere to be. You know, and there's a difference between what you're used to chasing and my 1,000 horsepower Hellcat. But right now, my tires are so terrible that any highway patrol officer could catch me. My 0 to 60 right now is about 10 seconds. So, you know, I actually don't want to see any of these guys anytime soon. But yeah, man, 2024 Ford Mustang GT is coming to North Carolina. It's going to be hitting the streets. It's going to be hitting the interstates, hitting the highways pretty soon. So if you see one of these bad boys, just, you know, you should know that you heard it here first. They're out there and they're not playing games. Good luck running from this. If you're not in a Hellcat or a modified Scat Pack, I would highly suggest that you go ahead and, you know, pull over and take that L. Take that L like a man. I don't want to be reviewing somebody's Scat Pack getting fucked up on my channel when you tried to run from North Carolina Highway Patrol and they was in your back seat the entire time. I'd rather not do that, man. I'd much rather see my Scat brothers, my 392 brothers, even my RT brothers, especially my RT drivers. Like, you, come on now. No disrespect. I love my RT. I love my 5.7s, but come on now. This is not your race. You need to pull over immediately. Pull over before they even turn the lights on. You know, you don't even want them to think that you're going to run. Pull over immediately. And the Scats, go ahead and pull over too. Like I said, I don't want to be reviewing no high-speed police chases on my channel in my state of Scat Packs getting flipped over 8 times by a North Carolina Highway Patrol officer in a 2024 Ford Mustang GT. I don't want to do it. I'll do it. Don't get me wrong, I will do it because content is content. I don't want to though. You know what I'm saying? Let them do that to other Ford Mustangs and Chevy Camaros. Let them do that to them. They don't do that to us. But yeah, that's it, man. I'm going to get out of here, man. So yeah, if you're in North Carolina, coming soon to a highway near you is a 2024 Ford Mustang highway patrol officer ready for duty. So if you see them in your rearview mirror, you might want to think twice. Peace.